Giant of Jum, written by Woollard and Benji Davies. The Giant of Jum was a grumpy old grouch who was constantly grizzling and grumbling, and when he was hungry he'd slobber and slouch and say, "Oh, how my tummy is rumbling." "Fee," he said, and "Fie," he said, and "Foh," he said, and "Fum! How I pine, how I wish for a child on a dish. Little children are yummy, yum, yum." And he thought of a tale that his brother had told of a beanstalk and a boy known as Jack. He'd be nice, thought the giant, if eaten quite cold, with a side dish of beans for a snack. He strode through the land with such thunderous stomps that the trees started shaking and swaying. Through fields and forests, through rivers and swamps, and to gardens where children were playing. "Fum," he said, and "Foh," he said, and "Fie," he said, and "Fee. Children, I feel, make a fabulous meal. I will gobble you up for my tea." But the children said, "What a magnificent man! You're so marvellously magic and tall." And they said, "Will you help us? We're sure that you can. Oh, please, will you fetch us our ball?" The giant said, "Well, I suppose it won't hurt, but soon, have no fear, I'll be back. You'd be scrumptious if eaten with cream for dessert, just as soon as I've gobbled that Jack." "Foh," he said, and "Fum," he said, and "Fee," he said, and "Fie. Children taste nice mixed with pasta or rice, and they're perfect when popped in a pie." But the children ran up and they yelled, "Look at that! Up there in the leaves, can you see? Oh, please will you help us and rescue our cat? It's got stuck up in that sycamore tree." The giant said, "Well, I suppose it won't hurt, but soon, have no fear, I'll be back. You'd be scrumptious if eaten with cream for dessert, just as soon as I've gobbled that Jack." "Fie," he said, and "Fee," he said, and "Fum," he said, and "Foh. My very best treat is some children to eat. I will start at the littlest toe." But the smallest boy whispered, "My legs are so sore," and he slumped to the ground and he cried, "I can't make it home. I can't walk anymore. Oh, please, could you give me a ride?" The giant said, "Well, I suppose I don't mind," and he lifted the boy on his back. The boy said, "I love you. You're wonderfully kind. And what's your name?" "I'm called Jack." "Fee," he said. "Fie," he said. And little Jack snack, "Is that right? I'll pulp you and stew you. I'll gulp you and chew you and gobble you up in one bite." But the children said, "Oh no, you wouldn't. We think that you've made a mistake. You're such a kind giant, you couldn't. Nice giants always eat cake." Cake, 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 cake. This dog's saying ruff. The giant was starving. His tummy was rumbling. But then he said, "Wait, are you sure? I'm grizzly and grumpy and grouchy and grumbly. I've not been called lovely before." "You rescued a cat from a tree," shouted Jack, "and you fetched us our ball. You're so nice. You gave me a ride through the streets on your back, so we've made this for you. Have a slice." "Ho," he said. He said. "Ha," he said. "He. Chocolate's much better than children." And he ate it all up for his tea.